This conference will now be recorded.
Yesterday we saw how to install Python and how to install with the help of Anaconda. Any doubts? If you are not speaking, please go on mute. Okay. So we have couple of languages for data sets. Why we selected Python? Okay. The first reason is it has extensive library support. Okay. So if you're writing some model, okay, or if you're doing some task, we have all packages. Okay. We have packages where we can directly use. For rest of the languages also we have the same concept. But what is special with Python? The advanced task, something like deep learning and what is the most of the inventions happening in machine learning, those are in mainly into Python. Okay, that's the first reason. If you're learning one language, you should stick to this, and you have to focus on the task, not on the language. Okay, for one task I'm learning, or for second task I'm learning Python. For third task I'm learning some another language. Okay, some functional programming concepts. We see Python also support that. Okay, we have rich libraries for Python. Okay, and the community. Python community is very strong. Okay, for R also it's also strong, but Python also it has very strong. If you have any doubts, just Google it. If you're getting any error, just copy paste the error in the Google. You will get answer. Okay, and third party model support. Okay, something like Facebook, it releases some packages for Python. Google, even if you learn deep learning, we have TensorFlow. Okay, this is from Google. Okay, and for Facebook, we have uh, we have from Facebook as well. I'm not able to recall right now. Okay, and array, it's a very common, but I'm not able to recall right now. I'll share with you in a moment. Okay, and productivity. Okay, if you have with the R also. Okay, if you want to declare one variable in different language, if you want to declare one variable some a equals to 10, and what is breaking? Is it better now? Okay. So in different language, let's take Java or Java or .NET or something. If you want to define one variable a equals to 10, and you want to print a, okay, you have to declare something like int a equals to 10, and maybe you can initialize here as well, and you have to print that. Okay, in Python, what will happen? The type of the variable will assign internally. Okay, you need not to declare integer or string or something. It takes care of. Okay, and if you want to execute these two lines, you can execute this. Okay, equals to 10, and just print it. Select it and print it. Okay, it got it printed. If you want to understand the type of a, see, you can see here it's int. Okay, the keys I'm using Okay, just select shift home and control enter to execute this particular line. Control enter. Control plus enter to execute this particular line. If you want to execute 3 lines, just select this and the same thing. Control enter. If you want to execute from here, just select this. Okay, just next to the run, you have one cell. Run current cell. You can execute this. Okay, you can fire the same commands here. Okay, some b equals to some 20. Both are same. This is IPython console. Yesterday, one of our friends is talking about Jupyter, right? It's closely related to that. Okay, you can print, even you need to give print command as well. You can directly give B. It gives you here as well. Okay. Variables. What are the variables you have? You can see in Variable Explorer. That is the reason Python Spider is very helpful for development. Okay, and the help with this, we have portable. Okay, if you want to install, you have one model. Okay, you have some program or some model. If you want to install in your mobile, you can do that. With the Python, yes, you can develop mobile applications as well, web applications. Okay, with one language, you can use we can develop web applications, normal applications, and mobile applications. Okay, you can do whatever you want. Gaming applications as well. With Python, you can do. But if you want to use for different language, okay, if you are using different language, you need to take help from different, okay, one with another. With Python we can do everything. Okay, because of that reason it's booming. Okay, there are few more, but these are very useful for us. They're very common region, right? Okay, and execution modes. Okay, you can execute a program in 2 modes. First thing is interpretal, okay, or REPL. Okay, it's one kind of REPL language. Python is one kind of a REPL language where you can see the results then and there itself. If you have something in your mind, just execute that. That's it. Okay, if you want to declare some variable, c is equals to some Python. This is my mind. Just define that and execute it. That's it. I got string and variable. String Python. Okay. Read, execute, print and loop. REPL means read, execute, print and loop. Okay, it's a directly REPL language. You can directly use there itself. Okay, sorry, read, evaluate, not execute. Read, evaluate, print and loop. Okay, so you're getting directly here itself. Even R also supports that. The execution modes, since we're talking about, you can execute in 2 ways. One is with the command line, however we are seeing here, and I'm sharing my screen again. Okay, Python. Okay, this is how you get your screen very if you do not have Anaconda or anything, it's with plain Python. If you install Python, you will get this kind of black screen. Okay, you can do the same thing here. A equals to 10. Yes, you can do that, and you can print a. You can do that. Everything that is a Spider is a little bit user friendly. Okay, here you cannot see Variable Explorer or something. Okay, this is the one you are getting. You're giving the command and you're getting the value. Okay, this is command line. And second thing is you can store, okay, um, where is my cursor? This is the first way. And second way, in production, how you do that? Okay, if you want to execute anything, Python, okay, I'm calling the Python. Oh, I do not have that. Okay, first I need to save the file. Okay, again, okay. And one more thing I forgot to tell you. In Python, if you use up arrow in Hyperth console, if you use up arrow, you will get the last command. You execute the last command is equal to Python, and before that you printed A. If you use up arrow, you will get the previous command. Okay, and if you want to check what are the commands you performed, you can check in the history log. Okay, these are the commands I performed today. Okay, and if you want to check, almost it stores 100 commands. Even if you want to store more than that, you can store that. You can change in the preferences. Okay, yeah, they must be in tools. Yeah, here preferences it is. You can store history log. It's giving history depth is 100, right? If you want to store more than that, you can store that. That's not a problem. Even you can store 1000. Okay, this is up to you. This is the way how we memorize or recall previous commands. Okay, the second executable way is you can save the file. Okay, I'm just printing, I'm doing nothing. Print, welcome to data science. Okay, even you saw the syntax, right? Print, it gives you, it's kind of different language, different IDEs also have the feature. It gives you a syntax, okay, value, the separator, end. Okay, you can get help from here as well. Welcome to data science. Okay, you can write any program, that's not a problem. You can write any program. I'm saving it. Okay, my file name is 7 a.m. Okay, since the batch timings I'm mentioning it. I'm okay. Now from the command line, okay, okay, from here Python 7 a.m. Okay, 7 a.m.py. If I execute this, I got welcome to DS data science. Okay, in the production, what you do is you write a program. Okay, might be 100 lines, whatever it is. You just execute with this way. It might be in your Linux box or in a production server, wherever it is. You just give the Python and the name, or you schedule as per the time. Okay, this is the way how you execute. These are the two ways. Okay, now how to define a variable. Okay, visa a equals to 10. This is a 1. Okay, this is a one way, and you can execute. You can define in a different way as well. Okay, a equals to b equals to some 10. B we have 20, right? We can execute, we can define. Usually what happens in the production of some project, if you want to define all numeric variables to 0, okay, you will define it in this way. Or you can define in a different way as well. Okay, if you want to define a comma b is equals to 10 and b equals to some 30, since we're taking if it, you can define this way as well. See, you can see b equal to 20, or you can define a different data type as well. Python. Okay, Python. Even you can define the floating values. That's okay. See, the values got changed. You can see the type as well. Okay, you can change. You can define however you want. Okay, and in naming convention. Okay, naming convention. We use. Okay, we use or we define small letter. Okay, small letter for variable declaration. Okay, and the functions as well. Only class. Okay, class names should start with capital. Okay, the rest of them are in small. Okay, even if you are you have two words. Okay, add two numbers. Okay, my function name is add two numbers. Add, you can do take underscore two numbers. That's fine. Or you can use add two. Okay, you can, usually we see these kind of things, but first one is very little clear, so we follow this. Okay, usually we follow the first one. And if you want to define, if you want to define any variable with anything, do not use predefined words. Okay, system has predefined words. You should not use that. Even if you see the class has, even if you're using a spider, it's giving blue color. You should not use that. Okay, blue words are predefined. Okay, even if I use some word called def. Okay, def means we are defining some function. Okay, def add some function. So def, you are defining something. You should not use this as a keyword. Something like def equals to 10. You should not use in this way. Sorry, because this is a predefined. What happens if I use the print also, this color also? Okay, what happens if I use it? It takes. There is no doubt. Even okay, string equals to 10. String str. Okay, it's taking 10. That's not a problem. It takes. There is no doubt. But when you perform some functions, okay, we will see that. See here, it's taking in 10. When you perform some functions, then it confuses. If you write something str dot, it get confused. Okay, whether you are talking about the inbuilt string, okay, string function, or the integer which you are talking about. Okay, it gave you all functions related to string, because string something like this. It's a confusion, but you are expecting for this, you will get some unexpected results, so do not use that. Okay, and if you want to comment something, okay, even if you want to comment something, you can use hash if it's single line. Okay, if you want to declare a equals to 10 and this is related to some value. Okay, if it is a if you want to define this particular variable, okay, take this. If you want to take block, okay, if you're developing one function and if you want to write something on the function, take 3 quotes. Within this you can write a number of lines. This is only one line. Okay, you can write a number. Okay, usually we take this when we have multiple lines, and this is for single line or inline comment. Okay, these are some basic things which we need to memorize. Okay, and print statement anyway we saw, and a print statement as well. Okay, even if you're printing something, print A. This is also valid, and the print single quotes, that's also valid. For string declaration, we can use any of this. Okay, both are valid. See the result. Both are giving value. Print A, because I'm not printing the value, I'm just printing this as a string, right? Something like this. Both are just string literals, right? If you want to print A, just take the A. You'll get the value, right? So this is some of the things which we use very often. Now, you need not to come into the variables. You need not to declare or specify any variable explicitly. Python automatically takes care of. That's the beauty with Python. Okay, and some basic operations, even the arithmetic operations, plus minus, these are very common. Okay, we can use on the same. Okay, even you can use 1 plus 2. You can directly get it. You need not to write anything for this. Got subtraction. Okay. Okay. And we all most of the functions like and or these are very common. So I'm not going to cover this. But one is special. I'll cover with the list. Okay, might be tomorrow. You will understand better when it is example. It's with the example. Okay. Now I'm going to some basic control statements if conditions. Okay. If A equals to 10, I'm just checking the condition. Okay. Another thing with Python is in different languages, if you want to check the same, you will use if A equals to 10. Now you use curly braces. Okay. With the different languages, you use curly braces. Also within the braces, what is happening related to the block. In Python, we does not use that. Instead, we use indentation. Okay. If you see after this course, okay, I'm placing the course, I'm pressing enter. What happened to this? No, should not take this. Okay, what happened to this? I'm not sure. Yeah, might be I removed manually. So even if still it is taking, I removed manually. It was not taking. So after this, after the colon, if I press enter, it takes 4 spaces or 1 tab. This is one indentation. Okay. If you write something within this block, okay, within this indentation, it considers as a block. End. Okay. If you're writing another statement, okay, print some b value as well. If the condition is true, it is printing this. It is showing something invalid syntax. Okay. I'm keeping it. Is it okay? Sorry, a double equals to. I'm checking the right eye. Just see this. See, I got A and Python because B I have Python. A equals to 10. Now I'm printing the value string. Okay. A is now I need the value. Okay. I need the value. I'm giving A. This is the way how we print values of this. Okay. There is another way for this. This is with the latest version. See here, both are giving the same result. A is, this is string. Okay, I'm printing the string along with the value A. And this is second way of printing the same thing. A is, I'm giving that within the braces, I'm giving 0. When it is useful, if you want to print two values, okay, let's check if you want to print A comma B, I'm giving 1. Okay, and here I'm giving some value B. Okay. You can write same value, something like Python. We have the Python, right? We use another. Okay, machine learning. Okay, if you want to print in this way, you can print this as well. That's not a problem. Okay, A is 10 and machine learning. Even if you want 0 again, okay, I can use here. I can use A here, or instead I can directly use 0 here. Don't be confused. If you want to use these values again and again, we use this. Okay, here we are giving only 2, but here we are printing 3 times. That's the difference. Even if you are 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, still you can use the same thing. Okay, we will see this again, but for now, just keep this in mind. A is 10, I'm printing A. And if this is true, I'm getting this. Else, so this is also the same block, right? I do not want this block. I'm pressing the backspace. Else, just to print A is not 10. Okay. Now I'm defining A equal to some 5. A equals to 5. Okay, A equals to 5. Now this condition is false, so it executes else condition. A is not 10. If you want to write multiple if conditions, okay, different languages has a different syntax. Else if, in most of the languages you see this, but in Python, elif. Okay, this is the only difference. Elif. Okay, else if, instead of this we use elif. I'm commenting elif A double equals to 5. Okay, now I'm not keeping in the braces. Let's see. Print A is 5. Right? I'm executing this. See, A is 5. So it came here. First, assign the value A equal to 5. It is checking A equals to 10. It is not true. So it came here. It is checking. So condition is true. It is executing this. Okay. If I give A equals to 3, equals to, it's not 10 and not 5. Not 10, not 5. So it gives me the last one. Okay. You can write one block within the other block. Okay. if a equals to 10, I'm just giving some value. Nested loops. Okay, so nested, not nested if conditions. If it is this, then I'm checking if I'm checking now b is double equals to b equals to Python. Now do not print here. Now only print b. Okay, you're checking for a and b, then only you're printing b. See, I got b equal to Python. So it's nesting one if condition within the another if condition. Okay, for easily readability, we always use brackets. Okay, and even you can use multiple conditions as well. Okay, instead of using this, I'm using an AND condition. Okay, the indentation is missing here. Okay, we'll set that a equals to 10 and b equal to Python. Then use okay base Python. Okay, you can use all and we use and as well. So or and experiment with some basic one. Okay, now we go with loops. Okay, loops. While okay, we use while very rarely, as you know. It has some side effects, something like if you're not incrementing properly, this will fall in infinite loop. Okay, so how this works? Count, I'm just giving some 0. Okay, while count is less than some 9, I have to start some block, print some value. Count. Okay, so this is equals to, first I'll write count plus 1, both are same. This and this both are same. Okay, you can use either of this. Okay, I'm using this. What I'm doing, count equals to 0. Okay, my initial value is 0. Initial value is 0. While count is less than 9, condition true, it goes here. It prints the value. And count equal, okay, I'll use this for now. Count equal to count plus 1. Count is 0 plus 1. Now it stores 1. It checks again. So it prints the value from 0 to 8. Because when it is 9, it's checking this condition, it is true, so it's coming out of this. Okay, why we use very less? If you forget to increase this, or because of some functionality it is not executed, then it will fall in infinite loop. See, it's printing zeros. Okay, so in production this is a problem, and most of the times we face this kind of issues, so we avoid this, and performance wise as well. Okay, now we have another thing called for loop. Okay, for loop executes the specified number of elements. Okay, what do I mean that? If I have 5 variables, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 elements, in one thing. That is, I'm just giving the name as L. Okay, or if you have knowledge in different languages, just take as an array or some different. Just I'm keeping 5 numbers in one group. Okay, if I want to print this 5, I just write for I in L print I. That's it. L is not defined. Okay, let me define that. I defined it. Yeah, I got the value. So we use very often this for loop. We use different versions as well. We will learn again, but this is a basic syntax. Okay. Now, if you want to use both if conditions and loops, okay. Now, before printing it, if I is double equals to 2, then only I want to print. Okay. If it is true, then I'm printing. If not, I'm not printing. Okay. It met the condition and it's printing. That's fine. My doubt is, it is checking for only till 2 or if it's checking with all. My requirement is when it is finding this 2, it should stop. Okay, it should stop. Just I'm checking print I. My requirement is when it meets this 2 or in your in real time. If it is an employee, you're searching for one employee. If it is finding the employee, just stop it. You need not to search for the all employees. Okay, I'm just checking whether it is doing the same thing or not. Okay, after printing 2, it is looking for 3 4 5 as well, but I do not want this. What I want is once it reaches this, then break it. Okay, it printed only 2. So break is a keyword which breaks the loop. Okay, which breaks the loop. You want only 2, it find the 2 and it's breaking it. Okay, it will not execute for this. Okay, now we have another thing, another requirement. If it is 2, then only stop for this only. Okay, stop for this 2, but continue with the rest. Then I use continue. Okay, if it is 2, I'm printing 2. Okay, before printing, I'm not even printing. See, we have 1 3 4 5. So continue, it stops the particular iteration only. It stops the particular iteration. Break, it breaks the complete loop. Okay, depends on your requirement, you can use either of these. Okay, and we have a few more variations on this for loop. We will see that on need basis. Okay, and whenever you are writing something, okay, whenever you are writing something, if a equals to 10, you have to write some code. What happened? Why it is not taking me here? It's taking here, but not here. I don't know. Now it's taking. It's okay. Okay. So if you want to write something, but you are just defining your project. Okay. You do not have the logic. You have the logic, but you have not coded. What you can do is, you can write pass. Pause is a keyword which it's kind of dummy statements. Okay, it will not execute anything, but it fulfills the syntax. Okay, even with the functions as well. Def some add. Okay, you have some function. You have to write something, right? So you can write just pause. Okay, it creates some dummy statements. It will not execute anything, but it satisfies the syntax. Okay, so that is the beauty with these three keywords: continue, break, and pause. Okay, so what we learned so far: if conditions, okay, if else, okay, multiple if conditions, and the loops. Within the loops, we learn while and for, and we also learn continue, break, and pause. Three commands. Okay. Now we move to some of the data types. Okay, data types or built-in object functions, whatever you call, built-in data types, whatever you call. First, we start with the numbers. Okay, numbers, as we know, and we have some mathematical knowledge as well. Okay, let's check if I have value. Okay, 10.4. I can print this as a round as a 10. Okay, or else let's take the basic functions we're talking about. Within the material, you have all these functions. You can take that. You can check that. Okay, you have 4, 6, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you're writing, if you're doing some mathematical calculations, you might get this value. Okay, so if you want to round this to two digits, you can get the round, or you can round to 40. Okay, we have different functions for that. Something like absolute value, the ceiling. Okay, ceiling means it gives the lowest value. Okay, it gives you 10, or you can use the square root. Okay, square root function, minimum, maximum. Okay, you can use that. Okay, that's a straightforward, but you have to import math function. Okay, math dot square root that we're talking about. You can take help. Okay, square root of 10. Okay, square root of 10 is something this. Even if you want to get some exact value, 9, you got 3. Okay, so all the functions are very generic. Even if you want to use experiment, you can use that because we are using the day and day life. That's fine. Now we start one of the interesting type, that is strings. What's a string? Anything within single quotes is a string. Single quotes or double quotes as well. Okay, Python. As I said, both are same. Okay, what are the operations I can perform on this Python? Okay, I'm just giving some a equals to Python. Okay, what are the operations I can perform on this? First thing is I can slice it. Okay, I can slice it. What do you mean by okay? Before that, yeah, anyway, since we started, I will start with slice. It's not a problem. Python. Okay, Python session. Python session. Now you can see these are two words. Okay, Python is a one word and session is second word. But for system, it is just a string with Python and session with the space. Space also allowed. Space also one character. Python session, all just alphabets. Okay, including space. It considers this as a one kind of alphabet. Now, if you want to take only Python, okay, only Python, you need something, right? You need something to get it. Okay, the indexing, we call this as a indexing. Indexing means the position. In Python, indexing starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm taking only till Python DS. The only reason is after nine I have to give two numbers. It's a little confused for you. Okay, now you can see Python DS. Now you want only Python. Okay, if you want to extract only Python from here, then from A of what is the index of A? P0, 2, and n is 5. Okay, just we will take plus 1, we'll take 6. You got Python. What you do with this is 6? We have only till n is 5, but why we are taking 6? The reason is Python takes -1. It will not include the last one. Okay, it will not include the last one. Okay, so it will not include last one means it takes from 0 to 5 only. Okay, 0 to 5 positions. Okay, till 5 we have Python. If I need only P and Y, okay, Py means P is 0, Y is 1, and we'll take plus 1, Y plus 1. Okay, we'll take A of 0 to 2. Sorry, 3. Because, oh no, 2 only. Sorry. 0 to 2 only. Because I need Py and the index is 1, right? 1 plus 1, just 2. It will not include the last one, that's it. Okay, you can slice it. Okay, and you can perform whatever the operation you want. Okay, usually what we will do, we convert everything to upper or lower, right? We can perform this operation. A dot lower, it gives the error, it gives the function. What you can do is, see, DS we have small, we got small letters, but we passed capital letters. So it converted everything to small. Okay, even the same way you can convert everything to low, upper. Even if you do not remember, just give tab. Okay, yeah, it converted everything to upper. Okay, even if you want to know the length of a string, okay, even if I want to count this, I want to count 1, 2, 3. You don't want to do that. Length of A, I got 9. It includes a space as well. Okay, it includes space. Space for any symbol. Within this, okay, within this, even if you have some, I'm just taking some symbol. Okay, symbols. It considers this also a character. See, I got 11. Earlier I got 2 because I added this 2. Including the space, even if I include the one more space, just to see. But pay attention on this space. For human eye, we might not consider always space, but system considers this as a one character. Okay, sorry. And if you want to capitalize, okay, if you have data science, right? During your report generation, might be you are doing some analysis and you are generating some report. The report you are naming the heading, right? You are giving some heading. If you want to give, every first word, camel case, word starts with capital letter. First word, second word, third word. You will start with the capital letter, right? For that we use capitalize. A dot capitalize. You can see this. Okay. You can see DS is a your expectation is it should start D also with a capital. Okay, but you are getting some small only. Why? Because this entire thing is a string, right? It's a string, and you are expecting this. So in that case, what we do is we'll perform this task in a moment. For that, what we do is a dot split. Okay, split. Okay, you are splitting and you are getting 2. Okay, you're splitting and you're getting 2. Or else, okay, D, I'll take small. Now it makes sense. Okay, still capitalize gives the same, there's no doubt. What I'm doing is I'm splitting the given string with a space. Okay, now I want the first letter, right? So what I do is same, I use for loop I in a dot split. Okay, a dot split, or else I'm storing the splitting into one variable. Okay, we can do both in one go, but for just simplicity. Now AA, this array has 2 elements. Now I dot capitalize. I'm just printing it. Yes, I got Python and data sets, D caps, even if you observe. D caps, first letter only caps. So even if you have n number, you can get with the help of this. What this split is doing, it is splitting based on the space. In a sentence, if we have 4 spaces, it gives 4 words. Okay, we have Python DS, right? It's 2 because we have 2 spaces. Yeah. Okay, 2 words. Okay, do not consider this because after this we do not have anything. Okay, it splits based on the space. Even if you want to split based on some symbol, it splits. Okay, by default is space. Even if you want to experiment with something. Okay, I'm taking some, for example, I'm taking some B is equals to, this is data set session. How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what I do is B dot split. Okay, B dot split. 4 words. You can see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In real time, you might be having some symbols. Okay, that's fine. I'm just giving some example. You might get, might not get. Now, instead of space, you need to split based on this hashtag. Okay, split based on this hashtag. Okay, you got the same. So if you're not passing anything, it takes by default space. Okay, it takes by default space. If you're passing something, it takes based on that. Okay, once you split it, splitting is fine. If you want to join, okay, if you want to join, how you join? With the join function. Okay. I'm storing B to BB. Okay, I'm joining this BB. See, you got the string back. Or if you want as it is, just to join with the space. This is DS session. Okay, this is how split. Okay, and just one more minute, I'll stop. Okay, I do not want to miss the continuity. And if you want to replace, okay, replace is another keyword. Okay, what we have for B, we have all this right? Okay, B dot replace. What is the old one? Hash with space. Okay, what we have? B, we have this is a data session. We have hash, right? So I want to replace hash with space. See here. Okay, this is with replace. Okay, in real time you might see something Python, some junk characters. Okay, in production you might see some junk characters. You want to remove this. Then we use the strip command. Okay, a dot strip okay, it removed all this. So these are very generic functions which we use. We have more. We learn when we go through the text processing. Okay, any doubt so far?
సార్ నేను వెంకట్నండి. హలో హలో
Hello, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Can you hear me?
హలో
Yeah, Venkat.
యాక్చువల్లీ
I can hear you.
నేను కొంచెం మాట్లాడాలండి. ఇప్పుడు స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరూ సార్ మీరు మీ యొక్క ఈమెయిల్ ఐడీస్ నాకు సెండ్ చేస్తారా? ఒక్కసారి అందరూ క్లాస్ సెషన్ అయిపోగానే కాల్ చేయండి నాకు. సార్ చెప్పండి కొద్దిగా.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకేనా? అలాగే ఈమెయిల్ ఐడీస్ తీసుకోండి సార్, అందరివి ఈమెయిల్ ఐడీస్ తీసుకోండి చాలు. ఓకేనా?
Okay sir. Guys, I need one help from you to grant you access. So what we discussed so far, we will share as a material. Please share your email IDs so that we can grant access for you in peers as we discussed yesterday.